talking to the MAC kill leader from this past season, Western Michigan's go-to player, Rachel Bontrager. Rachel, thank you so much for just coming in, taking time out of your busy day. Are you actually busy or not?
Yeah, I'm taking a summer class, so that keeps me busy, and then workouts. But other than that, we've got a pool, so I've been hanging out at the pool. So yeah.
Hey, do you have any siblings at home?
Yeah, I have 3 sisters, no brothers.
Do any of them play volleyball?
Yeah, the older one, she just turned 23. She went to St. Xavier University in Chicago and played volleyball there. The younger one, I'm not going to say youngest, I'm the second oldest. She swims at IUPUI in Indianapolis. And then the youngest one, she's 10. So she's not there yet.
Does the youngest one desire to play volleyball or want to go a different route?
I'm not sure. She likes to swim, but she likes working out with me and she likes touching a volleyball and softball. So I don't know. She's got some time to figure it out.
So I know you're from the Midwest, which Midwest you play a lot of volleyball because the winters are harsh. So you found yourself like myself. I found myself in the gym a lot. So what age did you start and what age were you like, yep, volleyball is going to be my sport?
I started playing competitively when I was 11, but I've been playing like camps and practices, not very formal stuff before then when I was like 8 or 9. And then volleyball stuck. I had to choose between, I did track, softball, and volleyball up until my freshman year of high school. And then I was like, I need to choose because I'm not going to get good in one of them unless I chose. So I chose volleyball. And that's when I knew it would stuck to, because I knew it was either track or volleyball, and you got to go for volleyball, you know?
What part of the game of volleyball do you love the most?
The aggressiveness, if that's a thing. Like, just going after it. In track and softball, you're alone, you're by yourself. And I did like high jump, I did field events and track, and then softball I was a pitcher, and so no one's really around you. But volleyball you have to be, and you're like touching people, and you're wow. And then you get to kind of, I don't know, go after people on the other side too, and that was my favorite part too.
So Colleen, your head coach, talks about how big of a competitor you are out there. You just love to win. So how, as a leader, and you're a go-to player, you lead the MAC, you led the MAC this past season in kills. How is that to bring your teammates along to where you want to go?
Things that I do is kind of like The Last Dance, Michael Jordan. He doesn't ask any of his teammates to do something that he can't do. So, because that doesn't show the greatest leadership. So yeah, I try to do that and then flip things to the affirmative side. I was one in high school and club. I would make my teammates cry because I didn't know how to hold people accountable properly. I was mean. So I had to learn that. So flipping things to the affirmative side, they're going to be like, okay, so I can fix this. And it's like a trade between two things, if that makes sense.
Right. I always tell players, it's all about the tone that which you talk. If your teammates feel that they are going to be encouraged and you're on their side, the tone in which you talk is so key. So with that, when you were a freshman now to going into your senior year, what's a big lesson that you've learned through that time?
Oh, there's a difference between how you play when the ball's in the air versus when the ball's not in the air. And when the ball's in the air, it's 10 to tops a minute if it's a really long rally. But in between, you got 20 to 30 seconds to talk to your team. And that's when it's really important. And I would talk to my teammates and carry myself the way that I did when the ball was in the air too. And that's a little aggressive, like I said, and out there. So how I would do that would not mesh well with my teammates. And I had a lot of talking tos with Colleen and my coaches. And they're like, you can't do that. And so I had to figure that out this past spring, how you play differently when the ball's in the air versus talking to your teammates. You gotta use your relationships to bring them along.
Outside of that idea, what's a lesson that you wish you would have known going back to your freshman year? Like, dang it, if I would have known this, outside of what you just said.
I would say the mental side of the game is so different in college. You can be the best physical player, but if your mental game is not there, you're screwed. So I think going in, I would give advice saying like, hey, do mindfulness, do role playing in your head, because that's going to help you in the future.
Yeah, I think there's so many lessons you can learn throughout all those years, like freshman to sophomore, sophomore to junior. And now you're going into your senior year with this whole COVID situation. It's a little different. How have you been adjusting?
Yeah, adjusting, adapting, adversity, all of that. We stay on team meetings like 3-4 times a week from May to June, and in April too, while we were still doing school. Wanting to touch a volleyball again is making everybody so hungry to get back. And that's another thing that's been going, I would say, well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember my spring semester of my senior year. It's like those morning workouts you actually do miss. All that time with
Yeah.
your teammates, you're like, oh, how's that song go? Don't always seem to go. That you don't know what you got till it's gone. And
Yeah.
afterwards, I'm curious, what do you want to do after?
Oh, that's the question. I have three options. I've thrown out maybe college coaching. I've thrown out playing overseas. But my major is elementary education. And every time I'm sitting in my elementary education classes, I'm like, oh, I love this. I'm so excited. But then I see myself and my knowledge for the game. I think I could put that to good use in either of the other two areas, but I have no idea.
Yeah, so life
Yeah.
goes as it goes, and everybody's got a destiny of just adventures waiting ahead.